Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And how about you? How's your
Oh,
health so far?
I'm doing really great now. It's perfectly fine. Thank you so much for asking. And how's your day going? How's Friday treating you so far?
Yeah, it's going well. It has been started, I can say that. And I woke up, then I took shower and I did worship. I was just waiting for the session. So here I am.
Oh, wow. That's really great. So you had a fresh start of the day, is it?
Yes, exactly.
Amazing. So Ashutosh, weekend is just around the corner. What are your plans for this weekend?
So the plans for the weekend, I don't have anything special to do. But on Sunday, what I'm planning, maybe I will take my mother to the doctor because she has some problem in her eardrum. So I will take her to the doctor. And in the evening, I would love to go to ISKCON. I'm thinking about it. Of course, I will visit ISKCON temple. Mostly, I visit on weekends.
Oh, that's really great. But it's good. You should do something or the other which brings you happiness. And as you said, visiting any kind of temple or any place, it fills us with a lot of optimism in life, isn't it?
Exactly, you're right. Of course, it is very important to do something for yourself at the end of the week because most of the time we are working and we are not able to do what we want to do and what we enjoy doing a lot. So,
So true. Hmm. Okay, all right. So these are your plans for the day and for the coming week. Perfect to hear that. So tell me before we jump over to our today's topic, is there any doubt you have for me, Ashutosh? Anything you want to ask?
doubt? No, not really.
Okay, all right, no worries. Have you gone through our today's topic?
Yes, exactly. So it is all
Mm-hmm.
about hostel life, if I'm not wrong.
It's yes, that's really true. Would you like to have a word on this topic?
Yeah, for sure. It's a wonderful topic, what I feel.
Oh, okay. I'm really happy to hear that. So we'll be having a lot of fun though. So talking about hostel life, I want to know, did you ever experience hostel life so far in your career?
Yes, why not? I have lived in hostel for 8 years. I was a student of Navodaya, so I started living in hostel in 2012. Then I passed my intermediate from there in 2019. Then again, I just took admission in BHU. I was there in hostel for almost a year, but due to COVID-19, I was back. So I have spent almost 8 years in hostel.
Oh my goodness. So I can surely call you an hostelite.
Yes.
That's okay. That's perfect to hear. So, what have you learned by being in hostel? I think hostel life is completely different from what an ordinary life is all about. So, when you go
Yeah,
back
exactly.
and
Because
relive
I
your
was
days,
always in hostel. So it is difficult to compare because I don't know. But yeah, I am able to see that a lot of people they live in their home with they're just always their parents, they are taking care of them, they're not sincere. But in hostel, you have to take care of yourself and you should be ready for decisions related to your life, your career, whatever you want to do in your life. So when I was there, it was good because we used to live with teachers. We used to surround with friends. So friends and teachers, they were family. So it was good, I must say. And what I learned in hostel, it depends on
hmm,
you that what kind of person you want to be because parents are not there. So teachers, they are trying to give their best, but they're not going to give you that much attention like your parents give you because you for the parents only they have one or two kids, but for the teachers they have to manage like 500 or 600 students there in Navodaya. So it depends on you. Like if you're sincere enough, you can study. Otherwise, a lot of students were there who used to waste their time and they were into wrong activities as well. But I was trying to be disciplined as much as I can. In the beginning, it was difficult for me. I used to feel monotonous, boring. It was really hard for me to stay there. I told my parents that I wouldn't be able to stay here and I wanted to go back to my home. But they said like if you will go if you'll come back to the house, you wouldn't get that much good opportunities for the studies and things. Then I continued and I stayed there for 7 years, and it was a great experience. When I became the student of 11th and 12th, it was really amazing. So those were the golden period of life, what I must say. till now I miss them a lot. It was really nice.
Okay, that's commendable to hear. So, the moment you started sharing those moments of your hostel life, I could see throughout there was a smile on your face. So, deep inside, you were reliving those moments, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. So, I want to know from you as well. Do you have any experience of hostel or?
I never stayed in hostel, but yes, I've stayed away from family. It equally feels like
Mhm.
hostel, or where there are a lot of foundations on you. Uh, at home, you can do anything. You can go out loud, party, but whenever you're staying in any other accommodation, you need to follow the set of rules, and it's not that easy to do so. But as they say, and you've beautifully said, it makes you a responsible person. It shapes you in a way where you know what to do for myself. Apart from
Yes.
indulging yourself into different activities, you kind of understand who am I as a person, as an individual, and what I aim for or what I strive for in life. So I must say it brings a lot of responsibility, a sense of spirit in you, and that's when you mature, isn't it?
Yes, exactly right.
Okay, so talking about hostel, I have heard a lot about hostel life that people do crazy things. So I want to know from you, is there any story that brings immense joy to you whenever you think about your college life? Anything you did with your friends, any pranks you played?
Yeah, it was. Yes, we used to do a lot of activities at night. Sometimes we used to tease our friends. Like there was one of my friends, and he used to sleep a lot. So what we used to do sometimes, we used to take lemon and used to take the juice of it and put that lemon juice in his mouth. So we used to do a lot of things, and sometimes we used to make fun of others while they were sleeping, or sometimes. So there were a lot of activities, and what I can say that about the fun, we used to tease each other a lot because this is very common in hostel. When we used to come back from the class, it was a normal thing for us to do every day. And when it comes to the food of the hostel, it was really wonderful. What we used to do, that if one of my friends, he had gone for the breakfast, if he will come back to the hostel with the food, food or like anything like poha, so we will take from his plate, and we are not going to take in his our plate. We will take in our hands and we will eat. So we used to run for the assembly. So there were several things we used to enjoy, like playing, going out for the this market also. Sometimes we used to take leave or vacation from our teachers to go out for haircut and things, and to purchase something. So it was wonderful. There are several things I can't express in words, because till now I talk about those things with my friends, and it's never ending thing. Or I can say that, because we I spent almost 7 or 8 years. So this is too much.
Yes, absolutely. That's commendable, though. And as you said, whenever we live away from family and whenever we are with friends, so we rely on our friends a lot, be it for small celebrations, be it sharing your moments. So, whatsoever you cherish in those years is with your friends. So, absolutely, friends play an important role. And as you said, being the naughtiest one, we end up doing something crazy or something mischievous in schools and colleges. Okay, one small thing I want to say, Ashutosh, is that instead of just saying used to for the past memories or past
Mhm,
incident, there are many other things we can say. We can use model verbs, right? We used to squeeze a lemon instead of saying, or we used to take lemon juice. We can simply say, in our school days, I can vividly remember there was one of my friends who would sleep a lot. So we can say would instead of saying used to in the same
mhm,
sentence, right?
mhm.
That's what we can say. Other than that, you can say we would, as he was always a sleeping bee, or he would get busy in things doing. We would just squeeze a lemon so as to irritate him, so as to annoy him, like this,
Yeah, so we
so
can
as to
just use to, and sometimes we can use would as well in the past,
yes,
and
yeah.
sometimes was as well. So what about the past, continuous? So is it
See,
correct to use past continuous?
yes, of course. But
Hmm.
just used to is repetitive. Let's suppose I
Hmm.
used to go to school, I used to play with my friends, I used to enjoy and study. Now, in this
Hmm.
common sentence, if I'm using used to, it's so monotonous, isn't it?
Hmm.
The best way
Yes.
could be. I used to go to school, would enjoy with my friends and play. So
Mm-hmm.
once I've used to, the other way I've used would, next I've used connector, right? So you're giving
Okay.
a variety on a plate. Got it?
Mm.
Perfect. All right. So talking about hostel life, and especially birthdays are fun because that's when your friends makes you feel special. So can you recall any memorable birthday where you had great fun with your friends and they made you feel special?
Yes, of course. If I'll talk about the birthdays, so when I was in hostel or campus of BHU, so there was one of my friends and he had like his birthday. So what was the like ritual there? When we used to just beat him by the slippers on his birthday.
Oh my goodness. Why so?
And this was a great
Birthday
gift
bombs.
from we friends for him. So we like when he had his birthday, we started beating him and he was like shocked, not shocked, but of course because we were aware of this ritual and we learned from our seniors that that's how we celebrate our birthday. And it was great. Sometimes we used to go out for restaurant as well in BHU. So it was nice. Apart from this, but I have no experience because I haven't celebrated my birthdays and I was not interested in it. But I used to celebrate birthdays of my friends. So sometimes they used to offer many things. When I was in Navodaya, they used to offer chocolates, toffee, and sometimes they used to offer patties and samosa and things like that. So it was great celebrating that. But in BHU, of course, it was amazing and it was totally different. And I had just no expectation that in that way also we can celebrate a birthday by beating to someone on that day. So and what
Okay.
happened, like they had a cake, like so few people they
Oh,
were
cake smash is the
beating him.
best.
And what like other people they were totally thinking about cake only. So they started taking cake all without caring about anything. And when we just asked for the cake, it got finished. But no, it's not there. And we were just busy beating him only.
But such kind of things now brings us joy, and we feel, oh God, what kind of things we have done, what crazy things we have relived, right? Hmm.
Exactly.
Okay, I've written something down in the chat box. Can you please open it for a while, Ashutosh?
Yeah, sure.
Hmm. Can you read the first word?
Yes, that is worship.
Now it's perfect. Worship. Sir ship. Right?
Yeah,
Next,
worship. That is decision.
decision.
Yes,
See,
decision.
perfect. Yeah. We used to surround our teachers. No, we were around our teachers, or we used to surround our teachers is not giving the context. Okay. You were trying to say that we were always around our teachers or we were surrounded by teachers. So here, if you use
Hmm.
any preposition, it would give the clarity of speech. Right? It's just
Yes.
the preposition is missing. Rest the sentence is perfectly fine. Then this word, can you pronounce it?
Yeah, said.
It's not said, said. He said.
Said. Okay. Mhm.
Hmm. There are two words, sad. I'm sad. He's really
Said.
sad. The other is said.
Mhm.
Quick means something is told by someone. Ashutosh
Yeah,
said
said.
that he
He
loves
said.
learning this language.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Said is not right. Okay. Then
Mhm.
there was many things. There you're saying
Yeah,
things,
there
we'll say
was
were.
many things.
There were
There were
many
many
things.
things. Mhm.
Hmm. And this is your favorite word, I know. But still the pronunciation is bit off. Also,
Yeah. Yeah, that is also.
there are two words, or there are some words in which we need to focus on how our mouth is, shaping in a way. Also, that
Mhm.
O sound has to be there. Was, also,
Also.
although. Perfect. Now, if
Mhm.
you focus for a while, it may seem hilarious for others, but once you focus on this O sound, automatically you'll be able to see that you are able to speak some of the words which were difficult for you earlier. Okay,
Mhm.
that's what we can do. Hmm. Then used. It's a bit quick. We don't have to say I used to. Sometimes we have this habit of stretching the words without any reason. So we'll try to make
Mhm.
sure if there is any word, we need to learn how quick we can say it. Okay, as you're always
Yep.
focused, or I think you're always cautious about the speech. You're, am I right? You make sure that your
Uh-huh.
your speech is maintained. So we need to focus on
Hmm.
some words as well. Got it?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
If I will talk about birthday, if I talk about birthday, I will is in future tense, isn't it?
Mm.
If
Mm-hmm.
I talk about birthdays, but or the other way, instead of saying just if I talk about this, let's suppose I'm giving you a question. Can you tell me how you used to celebrate birthdays in your hostel life? Oh, definitely. Well, birthdays were like this. They're always way of
Mm-hmm.
starting the speech, opening lines. Try to find after this session at least 10 ways to open a conversation. Would you do that?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, that's what we'll focus on. Beating to him. Again, this preposition is not required. To is used to give
Mm-hmm.
direction. I'm talking you. I'm talking to you. So that you're getting the clarity. Third person will be able to understand the conversation is between two people. Right? I
Mm-hmm.
go to
Okay.
office. I go to school. So to is used for direction. Okay? So
Yeah.
here we don't require any kind of preposition. All right.
Yes. Okay.
Any doubt as of now in these? Anything
Yeah.
you want to ask?
No, I think it's okay.
Okay, all right. Now that we have talked about good things, when we talk about hostels, one major thing which pops up in my mind is rules and regulations. So, what kind of rules you had to follow in your hostel, and some rules were really annoying for you? You felt why these laws are, just imposed on us. Were there any rules?
Yeah, when it comes to the hostel, when I was in Navodaya, it was not allowed to go out from the boundary or campus. So you had to stay there in your hostel only. And sometimes what was difficult, you had to do everything on time there, because 1:30 for food. If you will go late, you wouldn't get food and you wouldn't get lunch. So 1:30 to 2:30 it is possible, but if you will go very late, it is difficult to get lunch. Even though for breakfast also it was difficult for you to get late. So in the
For
dinner also,
breakfast?
so everything was there at time. You had to go there for assembly at time. For They used to take attendance almost for 5 to 6 times in a day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, in the
Wow.
morning, that in the class, then after you have to go for lunch, their attendance, then remedial at 3, then attendance, then after remedial again you have to go for assembly at 5 or 6, then after dinner, just dinner and after dinner also at 10 or 11, housemasters, they used to come and they used to check out that how many students were there. So you had to be there for the attendance.
Mhm. Okay, all right. So now that you are aware of or you've lived this for quite long, so it doesn't seem odd for you. But how were those initial days when you stepped out of your home, stayed in hostel, and you were completely unaware of these places and these rules? So, did you get any cultural shock
Yeah.
that what am I doing?
No, not really. I was aware of those things because my cousin was there and my brother, he was studying there. So he told me, that's why I came to know about Navodaya, and then I got admission there. So I was aware of those things, but it was difficult to wake up early in the morning at 5:30 for PT and physical training. And it was difficult because I had no habit. Of course, I used to wake up early in the morning at my home, but every day it was little difficult. So few things were there. It was difficult to manage, but it was fine. In the beginning, I told you that it was difficult for me to stay there, and I wanted to come back my home. But literally, I got habitual to those things.
Of course, everything which is new to you sounds challenging, or when you're going through, you feel that okay, it's better I quit or I move away from this place. But once you bear, once you have patience with yourself, of course, things get to fine tune. Okay,
Hmm.
see, when we are talking about food, you said you loved food. Somewhere or the other, we get some days when we miss our family a lot. I remember not
Hmm.
every time you are emotional that, oh, I'm missing my parents, but there would be some days where you feel, I need to visit my home. So, how you used
Hmm.
to deal with this emotional ride?
It was difficult sometimes. Of course, I when this thing used to be happen, we had to share those things with our friends, and this would happen frequently when, yes, because exams used to be there and we used to study a lot. There would many things. Yes, I must say that it was difficult because this was an emotional thing. But my parents, they used to visit once or twice, once in a week or maybe twice in a month. So it was fine, literally. And my brother was there. So the first year my brother was studying, he was in 12th standard. So yeah, I was able to manage it. I used to go and I used to cry there.
You had emotional support. Okay. Talking about
Mhm,
Ashutosh in school and talking about the same Ashutosh in college, both the times you were in hostel, did you find some
mhm.
change in you?
Yeah, it was not difficult there in university or college because I was always already habitual of living there for 7 years. So it was very normal for me. I had no problem living there, and it was, yeah, smooth.
Mm-hmm. And by the time you were habituated that it's okay, I have been staying away from the family, so this is not new, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, it was totally normal for me. And there
Mm.
also just there were
There
three friends
also,
of mine.
come on,
Mhm.
one more time. There,
There also. Uh-huh.
perfect.
Yeah,
Yes.
so three friends of mine from the school, they went to same campus. So then it was totally familiar and it was good for
Oh,
me to stay there. Hmm.
okay. You got a short family.
Yes, somewhat.
Okay, great. So let's suppose you have a conversation with someone who is going to start his or her college life. What would you suggest that person if you could give one tip or one advice as an elder brother?
So what is very important for you, you should focus on your studies, that what your goal is. It is very important to what some students they do. They're not clear about their goal and they are going to live a life in hostel that, I will do this, I will do that. So it is very important to understand what you want to do in your life and what is your goal. If you're not able to understand, then you are going to waste all of your years there also. What I feel in college or university, it is the important time to understand that what is very important for you and what are you passionate about. So I will suggest them to focus on his studies, along with that focus on something what they like in their life, if they want to go forward, because a lot of people are there, they are shifting in college. If I talk about the students who pursue bachelor of technology, so then they understood, when they are choosing this btech, after that they are able to understand that they are interested in music, and
Oh,
then
yes.
they pursue their career in music. Then they understand maybe they are just interested in dance, but they had never thought about it. So it is the important time to understand yourself. So I will say just explore the things and try to find yourself there in college.
You said a really important thing, and I think I was reading one meme the other day. It was mentioned that someone was asked, "What did you learn from your college, or what did you learn from your engineering?" He said, "I learned that I am good at music than that of becoming an engineer."
Yeah.
Absolutely, it happens. And college life is the best way to experiment. You have nothing to lose. So it's better you explore, you try your hand in multiple things, and that's when you get the real essence. What am I good at, or what am I meant for? Right?
Yes, exactly. But unfortunately, I stayed there for only 7 months, and I was back to my hometown due to COVID-19. So most of
Oh,
those semesters I gave from my home as well, home, because this was online for all of the 5 semesters. So that was the problem, but I was able to find my passion and I started working on spoken English because I like talking to the people. So yeah, that was good for me.
okay, all right. There's some of the words which I've written here in the chat box. Admission, sir. Whenever you're free, okay, Ashutosh, try pronouncing
Hmm.
sir and sure. Sir,
Okay.
sure. Sometimes it's also, see, people may say that, okay, this is a pronunciation error. There are two reasons. One, maybe because of your tongue. Secondly, arrangement of teeth, right? If someone
Hmm.
is having gap. So that's time it's difficult to pronounce. But if in case you think that everything is fine, try to speak these words frequently. You can make a list of mispronounced words by you. Whenever you get time, at
Mm-hmm.
least 2 minutes a day, give it a big read, a loud read, and you'll be able to understand. Okay.
Okay.
Because as you are acing, I must say such kind of things should not be there, isn't it?
Mm.
Because now our
Okay,
motive
sure.
is to find the minute details in your conversation, fix them up so that you are just on the level you deserve. Okay.
Mm, yeah,
So
exactly.
admission, share, shifting, some of the words. But one thing I
It's
must say
admission,
today,
share, shifting.
yes, if I compare the previous session to this one, fillers are there, but you're not using or overusing those fillers. Like other
Mm-hmm.
things, all things. It's okay. It takes time, but you're adding diversity of fillers. Slowly, steadily, we'll cut it down. Repetition of words. Just there's one word which were I felt that you were repeating. That is difficult. Instead of difficult, we can use
Mm-hmm.
five other alternatives, right?
Mm, yes.
It was challenging. It wasn't easy. It wasn't a cakewalk. You can use different idioms. You can use phrases to express the same emotion, right?
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Other than that, things are going pretty good. Opening, we need to two lessons that you want to learn today is opening. How should I open my conversation? Let's suppose someone has presented a question to me. How would I initiate? How would I initiate the conversation and answer? Second thing is verbal skills are always good. Sometimes this eye moment, I don't know what's there. You love watching. Like you can watch in just at me or maybe on your screen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maintain a
Okay.
good eye contact because your body language is always positive and it feels that you're confident. So, a eye moment should not distract the other personality, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Anything you want to ask, Ashutosh, before we wrap this
Mm,
session?
no, I don't have any question.
Okay, it was really great talking to you. It was pleasure having you again, and I hope you enjoyed your conversation as well.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I wish you all the best. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you.